That's a pile of firewood. And that's a pile of scaffolding. They have in common? They're just both delightful. The scaffolding means promise of shop progress, some construction videos because we're getting somewhere. And when you say progress, what's this? Is that completed siding? Not only is the front done, but the side is done and the back's even done. Man, I'll tell you, isn't that good stuff? The very best friend a guy could ask for donated a whole weekend of his time to come and help Spruce Stomper turn what has just been a pallet full of vinyl siding into part of my shop dream here. We're getting somewhere and it feels so good. So of course we get together, we're putting the siding up. What do guys do when they get together? They have constructive conversation. They debate, they discuss, they criticize, they theorize, trade ideas, and then pick those ideas apart. Or at least they should. If you're not doing that with a group of guys, you probably might be missing something in your life. It got me thinking though, if you move to debate, discuss, and theorize in general about different subjects, about life and love and success and money and work and all the kind of things that us guys like to talk about, is there such thing as neutrality? Can you be neutral on a subject, truthfully neutral, and is there a point to that? What I really think I'm doing here is fixing to pose you a question, to give feedback in your comment on the subject of neutrality. And there's a lot of easy subjects we can pick. I'll use just even say politics or a world event. Let's say you're in a group. An easy example maybe would be a group of friends or a family meal. Family is a good example because most families tend to err on the side of caution. They want to be they want to enjoy each other's company. They don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. You don't want anybody upset at you, this sort of thing. So let's use that as an example. You're at a family meal and a subject of politics comes up, and you might have a family member that just goes, I don't talk about it. I'm neutral. I don't know that that's actually a real thing. You're at work. You got a group of coworkers and you're discussing something that becomes fairly intense. Maybe you're talking about what you think people should be paid versus their skill level, or do men and women make equal rates of pay, or something that's got a little meat to it that can generally ruffle a couple feathers from time to time as a general rule. It's not a good subject. It's not a bad subject. It just leans in a direction that could be viewed as controversial. Somebody's going to kick into neutral. Hey there, Jimmy, can you pass me the potatoes? Oh, no, thanks. I don't get involved in such matters. Neutral. I don't think there's actually a real thing as neutral. There's no such thing as neutral in a simple conversation between peers. There's no such thing as neutral on the world stage when it comes to countries who say they're neutral. There's no such thing. Neutral means you have taken a sideline seat, and whilst you hold specific views on the subject, you are using the neutral as a veil to hide behind, so you don't have to express your opinion at the potential of being, upsetting someone. Maybe you're embarrassed about your views. Maybe you just generally don't know how to formulate what you want to say, so you choose the neutral option. I'm neutral. Again, I don't think this exists. It's false. Everyone has an opinion on everything. What do they say? My granddad would say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Just not all of us say it, right? So, is it good or bad? Well, I don't think it moves you forward if you try and stay neutral. If you have a theory on something and it is part of the natural discussion that is taking place, well, then you by all means should share that with the people that are in the group. And if the people in that discussion, your friends group, your family members, whatever, disagree with you, well, disagreement, whilst uncomfortable, is a healthy part of debate. So hopefully everyone is adult enough to have an open mind and process what you've said. You don't have to agree. You don't have to, oh, like, man, look at that, eh? There's something else going on up there. All mine, though, still attached, so that's good. Not so much back here, but the neutral's a cop-out. And it doesn't move anything forwards. That's the other thing. Neutral based, when I say neutral, what do you think? Well, neutral, just like having your car in neutral. Nothing is moving. It's neutral. You're in neutral. The subject is neutral. And is that what anybody wants for themselves? I don't think so. I mean, you don't want that in life. You don't want that for your friends. You don't want that for your family. Being neutral, in my mind, leads you to avoid a subject, not engage in a subject, and not express your thoughts and your feelings. Mainly at the goal of avoiding any sort of discomfort. Humans are really good at that. We don't like to be hot. We don't like to be cold. We don't like, long lost cousin Jimmy to be upset with us or whatever your case might be. But you can't be neutral. Some people go to the point they're so neutral that it's transparent and they come across as false or fake. We all know maybe that one person that's just the eternal optimist. Oh, this Barbara's always got such a smile on her face and nothing ever gets her down. But you're like, yeah. If she smiles any harder, it looks like her face is going to crack. I think neutral comes in different forms, You can't be neutral in life. You got something to say it. I slip up quite often, and I don't always say it with, how do they say? I'm trying to pick a nice word because I'm talking about myself. In a tactful way. You know what I'm saying? There's different tools, right? A surgeon uses a scalpel. He doesn't use a machete. You know what I'm trying to say here? Every once in a while, we wield the wrong tool, and at least you can sleep easy at night knowing you weren't neutral. You got your point out. You had the discussion, and that's important. I think it's important. That's my whole point. It's good for growth. You want to make sure you're around a group of people that aren't neutral. Everyone has something to say about something. So the next time somebody says to you, oh, I don't have an opinion on that, or I'm neutral on that subject, suss it out a little bit. Make them feel comfortable so they understand that, like myself, we're all big boys, and we fancy ourselves well-versed in the art of conversation, and we can take a hit, I don't know if you're ever part of a debate club in high school or something like that, but, these kind of experiences are good to teach you how to take a shot on the chin and not run away and cry in your Cheerios or whatever the case might be. But, at the very least, you'll spice up your next family event, or you get invited to a neighborhood barbecue or something you're not too jazzed about. Well, kick her out of neutral. Start in first gear, though. You don't want to hit overdrive right out of the gate, or you might never get invited to anything ever again. But no such thing as neutral. Everybody's got something on their mind. So find a way to get them to share it with you. You might even learn something. Yep. Hear that? Exactly. Perfect. Catch you on the next video.